Whenever you get an injection, you just trust it. You trust that what's in that little vial is not just going to work, but that it's perfectly safe, perfectly sterile. It's a trust we all just have. But behind that simple vial is this incredible story of engineering and intense science, a battle against a threat you can't even see. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and take a look at the hidden gauntlet that makes your medicine pure. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll get to know the invisible enemy we're up against. Then, we'll check out the high-heat gauntlet designed to destroy it. After that, we'll see the 3-step proof that shows it actually works, look at the cool toolkit they use for testing, and finally, wrap it up with how that safety gets sealed into every single vial.
So, you might be asking, why all the fuss? I mean, it's a lot of effort. Well, it all comes down to a substance you can't see, smell, or taste, but one that is seriously dangerous, especially when we're talking about medicines that go directly into your body.
Okay, so the villain of our story is called a pyrogen, more specifically an endotoxin. Now, just think of it as a tiny piece of a bacteria's cell wall. Here's the scary part. Even after you kill the bacteria, these little fever-causing bits can be left behind, kind of like dangerous ghosts. And if those get into your bloodstream, your body can react with a really high fever. Not good. So how in the world do you fight a ghost? Well, you fight it with fire. Or in this case, a brilliantly engineered tunnel of extreme purifying heat. Meet the Depyrogenation Tunnel. And trust me, this is no ordinary oven. It's a high-tech gauntlet where those glass vials march through temperatures anywhere from 250 to over 350 degrees Celsius. To put that in perspective, that's hot enough to cook a pizza in like 90 seconds. And inside this machine, every single moment of that journey is controlled with insane precision. The whole journey has 3 crucial stages. First, the vials roll into the preheating zone. They get warmed up slowly so they don't crack from the temperature change. Next, they enter the heart of the beast, the heating zone. This is where super hot, perfectly clean air blasts them, basically incinerating any of those pyrogen ghosts. And finally, they pass into the cooling zone, where they're brought back down to a safe temperature, ready to be filled. It's an amazing piece of engineering, for sure. But here's the thing with medicine. You can't just assume it works. You have to prove it works, scientifically, methodically, every single time. So, how do they actually do that? It all comes down to this super rigorous 3-part investigation. First, there's IQ, or installation qualification. That just answers a simple question, is everything installed right, just like the blueprints say? Then you have OQ, operational qualification. Do all the buttons, sensors, and moving parts work like they're supposed to? And then comes the big one, PQ, or performance qualification. This answers the most important question of all. Does this thing actually destroy pyrogens when we run it for real? Now, to run that performance qualification, engineers don't just, cross their fingers and hope for the best. They have to go in there with a whole toolkit of specialized scientific instruments to check every last critical detail. It all starts with the airflow. They use a tool called an anemometer to make absolutely sure the air is moving at the perfect speed to hit every single vial with the exact same amount of heat. Then they make sure that air is perfectly clean. A photometer is used to challenge the special HEPA filters with a superfine mist, just to confirm that not a single unwanted particle can sneak through. And maybe most importantly, they measure the heat itself, not just in the tunnel, but inside the actual vials. They use these tiny, incredibly sensitive thermometers called thermocouples to map out the precise temperature journey each vial takes. But all those physical checks, they're really just the warm-up act. To truly prove this tunnel is the real deal, you have to do something that sounds a little crazy. You have to throw the absolute worst-case scenario at it and see if it can handle it. And this right here is the gold standard. What they do is take clean vials and intentionally contaminate them with a massive amount of endotoxin, way, way more than you would ever find in reality. They send them through the gauntlet, and the goal is to prove one simple thing, that the process achieved a greater than 3-log reduction. Now, 3-log might just sound like some technical jargon, but what it means is incredible. It means the process didn't just clean the vials, it reduced the endotoxin by a factor of 1,000. It wiped out 99.9% of the threat. It's the definitive scientific proof that the tunnel works, with a massive safety margin built right in.
So, this incredibly deep validation process gives us the safety we all rely on. But the industry isn't just sitting back, it's always pushing forward, always innovating to make manufacturing sterile medicines even safer and more efficient. One of the biggest game changers is the shift to what are called ready-to-use or RTU containers. Think about it. Traditionally, a drug company had to do the whole shebang themselves, washing the vials, then running them through their own tunnel. But RTU containers, they show up already pre-washed, pre-sterilized, and certified pyrogen-free. So why is that such a big deal? Well, for the drug maker, it just simplifies everything. It takes several really high-risk steps completely out of their hands. That means less chance for contamination, lower costs, and all of those things ultimately lead to a safer, pure medicine for the patient. It's a win-win. So the next time you see a simple vial of medicine, just remember the journey it's been on. It hasn't just been filled with liquid. It has survived a literal gauntlet of fire, it has passed a whole battery of scientific tests, and it's the result of constant innovation, all to make sure that what reaches you is absolutely perfectly pure. At the end of the day, this isn't just a story about a cool machine. It's a story about the incredible and often invisible dedication to safety that just quietly hums along in the background of modern life. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other hidden systems, what other unseen gauntlets are out there working all around us, keeping us safe every single day?